We are live. We are live on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel. Donnie, take it away, my man.
What is up? We are wrestling maniacs out there worldwide. It's the best one. Donnie here with...
What's going on, everybody? Danny Huckins here, man. I'm controlling the stream right now, using OBS, trying to be a little bit more professional when we do these. It's going to be a new thing on the channel if you haven't noticed, man. We're going to be doing reviews after Dynamite every Wednesday. I hope you guys tune in, man. It's going to be great.
That's right. And also, after pay-per-views as well, we have been doing reviews. Shout out to you, Danny, for coming in clutch with the We Are Wrestling team by doing the Backlash review all by yourself. We appreciate that. But, of course, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you are not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support this channel is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. Videos be coming out of nowhere, like an RKO, and of course you already know, the grind is real. And we are live, and we're going to be doing a whole review to AEW Dynamite this week.
Yes, man, I'm looking forward to it. Tonight was actually a really good show.
Which, by the way, I just want to let the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know that I do not have the comments at all for the stream whatsoever. So, Danny, if you see any comments or anything, you'll be the one to address them.
Absolutely, man.
Alrighty, well, before, we get into the first thing, what was your thoughts overall on the show? Just an overall view.
I actually really liked it. I liked it better than last week. It's like...
way better than last week.
I love the show every single week. It's one of those guilty passions that I have. But, obviously, you always, when you're a company or whatever, when you're trying to put out a certain product, you always have to try and outdo yourself. And I really honestly feel like TK and the entire team at AEW really does it every week. It's like every single week. I like it. I like, the episodes more than I did the previous week. But they're all still awesome episodes, man. I had a fun time with this episode, man.
Yes, and the thing I'm very happy about is, it really didn't feel like they shoved a lot of people in our face this week.
Yeah, and that was one of your main complaints last week. You were like...
that was my biggest critique.
You were like, bro, I'm so sick of, these backstage segments and everything. And, surprisingly, I think we got, one or two. We got a really killer, obviously... They were in Long Island tonight. MJF had to do his thing. We had a killer. For a second, they had Dark Side of the Ring vignette thing playing or whatever. And me and you didn't know if it was a work at first or not. And then I was like, it said something Jewish wrestler, and I was like, yeah, this is totally a work for MJF.
I love how every time MJF goes to Long Island, New York, we always get this long introduction. I
Yeah.
think it's one of the funniest things ever.
Yeah, man.
But
Like I
overall,
said, I had a fun time.
man, I also had a great time watching it. I was on the watch along. In case you guys don't know, Danny, he does watch alongs
If you guys want to
and
watch the show
wrestling
with
vlogs over
us,
on Danny H Vlogs.
yeah,
So
man, go to my channel. You guys will
check
be
it
able to
out.
watch the entire 2 hours with myself and Donnie. He did miss a match, but I did fill him in, and it was for a good reason. But go to the
Yeah.
Danny H Vlogs channel, and you guys will be able to watch it. If you guys are watching the replay of the show, you guys didn't get to see it live, you want to watch it with two chuds, man, go to my channel and you can watch it with us.
That's right. And yeah, overall with this show, I was very impressed. I felt like they were really smooth with the booking this week, and it went really well, I think.
Oh, dude, like I said,
I was very happy.
I had a fabulous time, man. I can't express it enough. That fucking main event. I know we're gonna get to it, man, but I can't
yes,
help
we
but to
are.
fucking mention the main event because that was like one of the highlights of the fucking night, dude. It was literally a fucking car wreck. I apologize for swearing, man, but trust me, if you
No
watch the main
worries,
event,
man.
it's for good reason.
Yeah, so I say, let's get started with our, review from start to finish.
Take it away, man.
So, starting off with the opening contest, because AEW, they love to start their shows off with a banger match. We had Dax Hardwood versus Adam Cole, first round of the Owen Hart tournament.
Yeah, man, the Owen Hart quarterfinals. Next week is the semifinals. I actually really like this match. It was a good back and forth match. They use a lot of grappling. But they also beat the hell out of each other. Dax Harwood obviously showing his love and appreciation for the Hart families with the same dedication as he did when he faced Cash Wheeler the other week. We got a special surprise, man. Somebody that I didn't even know was going to be there. Martha Hart. She was in the audience tonight, and it was fucking phenomenal to see.
Love the Hart. I love the cameras, getting her view. I love that.
Exactly, man. And throughout the show, and not the entire show, whatever, but throughout the show, she was smiling and clapping and giving the peace. She looked like she was having a killer time, man. And that's great to fucking see, because I know for a lot of years she had a really bad taste in her mouth when it comes to pro wrestling. So, I'm glad to see that people that necessarily got taken out of the business because of some certain things that WWE did, AEW is allowing them to find pleasure in it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's unfortunate what happened to Owen Hart at Over the Edge in 1999. That man, I think is the greatest wrestler to never hold the world champion, besides Scott Hall, probably.
Hey, we got to mention the Blue Blazer, man.
Yeah, man. Owen Hart was one of my favorites, as a kid, because that's when I first got into wrestling.
Yeah.
Was in the Attitude Era, which, yeah, I grew up mostly with ruthless aggression, but I had little glimpse of, memories of Owen Hart, and especially looking back at a lot of his work, I appreciate him a lot, and I feel like around that time it just sucks because it's they pretty much gave him that Blue Blazer gimmick all because he didn't want to do an affair storyline with Jeff Jarrett and Deborah.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I feel like Owen Hart, the Black Heart, could have gotten over in the Attitude Era.
I mean, I kind of appreciate the fact that he didn't want to go through that affair storyline or whatever.
No, but that's what I mean. I'm glad that he didn't, but it's crazy to me how creative, because he didn't want to do that, they pretty much said, okay, you can be the Blue Blazer. You can do your old gimmick in, New Japan.
Yep.
There you go. But I wish, they would still do the Black Heart thing that wasn't, the affair thing or the Blue Blazer.
I know this technically, I know this technically isn't, in a way it's a tribute to Owen Hart, but it's not, a full-on tribute live stream that we're doing right now. But I have to say, man, one of my favorite things that Owen Hart did was, actually, no, it was Triple H, man, when they impersonated the Hart family.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was classic, man.
Yeah. But overall though, back to what I was saying, I want people to know this, that everyone's heard Brett's side of the story with the whole WWE and Owen Hart thing.
Yeah.
But I'm telling to the people that have not watched Dark Side of the Ring, Owen Hart's episode, that is where you get to hear Martha's side of the story, and like it really makes a lot of sense, like where she's coming from in this situation.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Because you got to realize, like, she lost her husband, her kids lost their father because of this, stupid stunt that they wanted him to freaking go off the thing that he wasn't comfortable doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
like,
we lost a professional wrestler, somebody that we knew on TV or whatever, but she lost somebody that she had a life with. So I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
5 days they were supposed to move into their dream home that Owen Hart built from scratch. It's crazy. It's sad. But back to the thing. It's just great to see Martha Hart happy and enjoying what AEW is putting out there, which is great to see.
Yeah, definitely.
As an Owen Hart fan, but overall, man, Dax and Adam Cole, like this couldn't have been a better way to start off the show. I feel like I think both really showed their abilities in technical wrestling, and Adam Cole obviously proven why he's one of the best wrestlers out there. Which is crazy to me how like WWE marks out there say like how Adam Cole's overrated, this and that. But when he was in NXT, they were freaking sucking him off saying, oh, he's the next Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. I want to sort of elaborate on that because, we saw, back in the day or whatever, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart were bitter rivals. You know what I mean? And
yes.
watching Adam Cole and Dax Harwood, because everybody compares Adam Cole like to this generation Shawn Michaels. Mm-hmm. In a way, I kind of can't help but to feel like maybe Dax Harwood, in a way, I'm not saying he's impersonating him, but in a way is almost like this generation's Bret Hart in a way, you know what I mean? He just got that mentality with him. So it was almost like a flashback just seeing them two compete again.
It was, man. Like, those sharpshooters looked absolutely beautiful, and, like, the moves were executed perfectly. I didn't see any botches. There weren't unnecessary moves, dumb flips, dips,
You could definitely tell it was, like, one big tribute.
This was a great freaking choreographed match from start to finish. This was art.
Definitely a good opening match too, man. I had fun with it. But as we know, Adam Cole advanced to the semifinals, and
I also really liked how the ending as well. How Adam Cole put him in the sharpshooter and he tapped out. He was struggling to get to the ropes and then he had to tap.
That's Bret Hart's signature move. I kind of had a feeling that that's how it was gonna end or whatever, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to call it before it actually happened. But this entire match, man, was like one big giant love story to the Hart family.
Yeah, any We Are Wrestling Maniacs comment yet, or not yet?
Nah, man, we're just chilling.
Alrighty, no worries. So now moving on to the next thing on Dynamite, we had CM Punk versus John Silver. Hangman Adam Page was on commentary. What was your thoughts on this match?
I'm not a hockey fan. I'm not a sports fan. But CM Punk wore a jersey because obviously they were in Long Island tonight. CM Punk wore a jersey, and I wasn't like he got a lot of heat for it. I'm still quite not sure why. I'll let you elaborate on that in a little bit because I know during the show you did look up a little bit of information on that. But I loved how Adam Page did commentary, and I mean he spoke, but he didn't really say too much. It's almost like he was like studying and paying attention to the match, and I really like that.
Yeah, I liked that addition, having Page on commentary, because, he wants to take a closer look at his opponent. He wants to study his opponent, because they are trying to, push Adam Hangman Page as one of those top elite performers in the ring, which he is. Yeah. But I feel like there's also some other elements missing to the character, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
Yeah.
But CM Punk coming out with that jersey, man. I'm not a hockey fan. I love basketball and football. You can probably tell with the background. But
did you like them broomsticks in the chat earlier?
Yeah, fuck you for that. But when it comes down to it, like with the whole hockey thing, CM Punk wore one of the Islanders' best players through the years. He got picked with the first pick overall and back in 2009. And then in 2018, he was tired of losing because the Islanders and the Knicks, they have something in common. They both know how to fucking lose all the time. And he decided to go to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And that's why CM Punk, I think, got all that heat because one of their favorite players back in the day basically left their team. And I thought that was really cool because CM Punk is like probably one of the top villains in Long Island, New York.
Yep. I mean,
I love that
especially
addition.
that all started with the whole MJF storyline that they had a couple of months ago. So, I love how the people of Long Island, New York, have not forgot.
I love that as well. Also too, and it also goes back to it. Chicago and New York, they've always had a rivalry as well.
Yep.
So that's like
Yeah,
probably
Chicago
the
White
reason
Sox
why.
and the New York Yankees, right? In baseball.
Nah, it's on Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees.
Well, I know, but I thought the Chicago White Sox hated
Yeah.
the Yankees too.
Oh yeah, they hate the Yankees. But when it comes to John Silver, that's somebody I definitely want to talk about a little bit here on the review
I'll let you take it away, man,
because
because you know more about him than I do. So I'll let you roll with this one.
this man, I'm sorry, but when it comes down to it with the Dark Order, now that Stu Grayson is gone from AEW, I just think it's either time to, reamp this group as a legitimate badass group, or it's just time to split everybody up and let them go out and do their thing. And one guy that really needs to move on from the Dark Order is easily John Silver. This man has so much charisma that you cannot teach. You can't just get somebody in, a training facility and teach them the charisma that John Silver brings. He brings that entertainment to AEW.
Yep.
And it's crazy to me because literally he's putting on these entertainment friggin' segments on Being the Elite every Monday on YouTube. Yet this guy is literally only wrestling Dark and Elevation. And he only gets to, come out with his little Dark Order friends and just go, nah.
Yeah, man. I told you this.
I'm tired of it.
I told you this a while ago, and I don't want people to take this as me being disrespectful, but I legitimately feel like the Dark Order passed away along with Brody Lee. They have not recovered since that incident, man. I don't think they're going to. I think a lot of the guys in the group are phenomenal performers. I just don't think they get utilized that much with the Dark Order stable. I feel like maybe the Dark Order, they need to like have some kind of retirement ceremony. Maybe have like a Dark Order jersey made with like Brody Lee, have it hung in the rafters at Daly's place or something like that, and just in the stable, man, because it doesn't look like they're gonna be going up.
Or they gotta find a new leader, man. Like it doesn't have to be the Exalted One, but having somebody lead this group. And I think with what Kip, I think there's a lot of potential there with this new character gimmick that he's doing.
My thing,
I think that he can really do something different.
My thing is if they're gonna like take over, if somebody's gonna take over leadership, my thing about it is, and I mentioned this a bunch over the last couple of months since we started doing this content together. I feel like it has to be somebody that Brody was close to make it real, to make it make sense, and to breathe new life into the Dark Order. You know what I mean?
Here, they could do some really cool vignettes with -1, and like have like -1, bring in new people to make this, Dark Order legit. And like I think that they could do some really cool vignettes, like storytelling video packages to build this up.
Yeah.
But I think it's just time to blow up, this Dark Order. Like Colt Cabana, when Ring of Honor comes back, I think they definitely should be having him do stuff on there. I feel like, Allin Angel 5, he's a very good wrestler in the ring. I feel like, he can definitely, I think, have a decent run at a singles competitor. I think, number 10, he needs to take the mask and, cut this gimmick because the kid has a look. That guy, if you've seen him without the mask, he has a great look. He's very, sound in the ring. And I feel like, they could definitely do something with him. Evil Uno, if they're going to do a whole new Dark Order.
Evil Uno's great, man. I told you. Evil Uno's great, man. I told you this. We saw him a couple months at Blitzkrieg. I'm telling anybody that watches this, man, if you guys ever have an opportunity to be at an event that Evil Uno is at, meet him. The dude is the most humble person on the fucking planet. He's gracious to talk to. Absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, like
I do, however, feel like being in the Dark Order is not being too good to him. They're not really utilizing him.
Yeah, but here's the issue, man. I can't see anything else for Evil Uno in AEW except for Dark Order or like a faction.
Well, I mean, even if he went over to Ring of Honor,
I can't, man. Like for me, he's like the one guy. Like him and John Silver are literally the two guys for me that really stand out. But the one guy that can't leave the Dark Order is Evil Uno, because before the Exalted One, Evil Uno was the one running the Dark Order.
Yeah.
And like I think, Anna Jay, she should be moving on and just focusing on her career, because I think the Dark Order is kind of holding her back now. And I think Alex Reynolds, he should go to Ring of Honor and do, some of the stuff that he did back in the independent scene with Limitless Wrestling and Beyond Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did have some really cool character work over there that I think, Ring of Honor would be a great way to kind of test that out. And obviously John Silver, that man needs to get the biggest push out of everybody in that group as a top babyface in AEW.
Yeah, I mean, we could make a whole episode on ways that they can book the Dark Order to revitalize them.
Yeah, we did. I think we did an episode on the We Are Wrestling Talk show.
We did an episode about stables. We never did one about strictly like the Dark Order or anything like that. So I mean, that's definitely a future. People are interested in it. It's definitely a future episode idea.
Yeah. So this match overall, what was your thoughts on the match by itself?
I liked it, man. CM Punk went out guns blazing. I do feel like they couldn't have, not just because they were in his hometown, but I honestly don't know if there would have been another opponent that CM Punk hasn't fought already to be in that spot. I feel like John Silver made him look phenomenal, especially since he's going into May 29th, the match with Hangman Page. He has to go in looking strong, and I loved how I think he was going for the running knee in the corner, and he knows the hatred he gets in Long Island, and he just gave everybody the finger like, fuck you, I'm better than you. You know what I mean?
That was awesome. Like, I love how CM Punk, embraces. If the fans, don't like him, he embraces it. If the fans love him, he embraces it. That is a true professional right there.
He also came out to the ring or whatever. He got down on his knees to do it's clobbering time, but he had them shut the music off.
I kind of like that. It was a really cool addition.
Yeah, it was he ain't
gonna let the Long Island fans sing his song.
It was almost like, fuck you. You guys don't like me. You guys are not good enough to fucking listen to this cool ass music that I have. It was awesome, man.
I liked it. And I really do like the ending of this match. As much as I wanted John Silver to pull an upset here in his hometown, I think it would have definitely built up a little bit more heat in the storyline. I did like, though, how CM Punk did hit the buckshot lariat on him, and I think it really pissed off Hangman, and now these two, their heat is getting there, and I want to see it get more boiled until Double or Nothing.
If he didn't win using the buckshot lariat, I would have been like, I think maybe John Silver should have won. Like, maybe, Adam Page could have got involved somehow, or
but the buckshot lariat worked.
I feel like it, because you could tell how aggravated it made Adam Page. You know what I mean? And he stormed down to the ring, man, and that old confrontation. CM Punk tried to shake his hand, but Adam Page just gave him the bird right in his face. It's like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm gonna whip your ass. Come May 29th, your ass is mine, man. I'm gonna show you how to really do a buckshot lariat.
Yeah, I feel like, man, overall, the storyline is going very well. I really do hope that CM Punk does win the championship, because I think it's just time for a new AEW champion at this point.
Yeah.
And I think, CM Punk, honestly, is the best thing, because, let's be honest, AEW ratings, like the number, like, even though AEW shows I feel like have been pretty good, the numbers, speak louder than what we say, and the numbers have been, slowly decreasing.
Yeah,
And
but
I think a little bit of that has to do with Hangman being champion.
the one thing I have to say about that is how many people like like myself, like Ben, like how many people watch the shows, but but our ratings technically don't count because we don't have cable. More people
Don't matter, man. They were still
because
hitting
they don't when it comes to ratings, they don't count streaming or anything like that.
Man, at the end of the day, it don't matter because before Cody left the WWE, even with you guys doing the streaming stuff and like stuff like that, AEW is drawing 1 million. And when Cody left,
they were drawing 1 million, but they weren't.
They've been averaging about, now they're averaging about 900,000, and I think they just hit the lowest with 800,000.
I mean, that's still good. That's still good for a fucking company that's barely 3 years old. WWE,
obviously, yeah.
WWE should be getting 3-4 million. They've been around 40 years. They're the top wrestling company on the fucking planet. There's not one wrestling fan that does not know what WWE is.
I'm just saying, the day AEW does beat WWE in the ratings, which will probably happen years from now.
Don't forget.
That's when we can really, start to say things.
Don't forget, WCW beat WWE 83 weeks in a row. Don't forget that. And then they came back with a fucking vengeance, put them out of fucking business. Never say never.
Yeah, but man, the thing is with WCW, a lot of people think that WCW, like, they started, like, right away, and they did that when they had, I think, they had, like, 10 years with WCW.
Yeah, I'm not... I like the fact that AEW is only getting, like, 800,000, 900,000. Like, dude, they've only been around since 2019, dude. That's fucking good.
Yeah, but going from 1 million... like down, that's like what I'm trying to say here.
It could also be,
but I think a little bit has to do with Hangman being the champ, because his title run right now is a little bland, and I think having CM Punk as the AEW World Champion, that's going to draw more eyes to the product, because CM Punk is already a solidified superstar.
It could. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I have enjoyed the Texas death matches that Adam Page has put on.
Of course, all Hangman's matches have been great.
I don't understand why people aren't into them.
But the storyline, because the story is just, it's not there. There's something missing with Hangman Page. His in-ring work, absolutely not. The cowboy shit thing is kind of declining a little bit, which isn't good. Like, I feel like he was, that underdog that won the championship. I think that his title run was a little bit too longer. It was longer than it should have been.
Yeah.
Like Adam Cole, probably should have beat him for the championship at Revolution. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
The title, when you're an underdog and you are the world champion, your title reign should not be long. Because then it takes away a lot of the characteristics from the character being built.
Yeah, I agree with you. Who did CM Punk beat for his last title? Was it John Cena or Roman Reigns? I can't remember.
The last championship was
It was 2014 or 15.
It was Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio.
And then he had that 434-day title reign, and that was it.
I mean...
And then The Rock took the title off of him.
I definitely think this match is going to be a lot better than any match that Alberto Del Rio has ever fucking had in his career. So I'm happy about that at least.
Yes, I am too.
I was going to say if his last title reign was when he beat John Cena, then I was going to be like, okay, there's big shoes here to fill. But since it's Alberto Del Rio, I mean... They could have a 5-minute match. It'd probably be better than anything in Alberto Del Rio's career. So
nah, man, they did have a pretty good match at that Survivor Series. I will say that.
Probably,
that was a really good match in Madison Square Gardens.
Probably, but Alberto Del Rio's a dick. That's a story for another time.
I can't stand him. He is a douchebag. But when it comes down to it, I do like the heat and the attention that these two are getting. I just think that fans are just kind of sick of Hangman's title run because when you're the underdog and like you're at the very top, there's only so much time that you could be at the top for.
Yeah. I mean, he had a good title, right?
It gets very stale and old.
He won the title in what, December? Around the same time that
November.
Huh?
He won it in November at Full Gear.
Oh, he won it in November. Oh, I didn't.
And
that's
why I'm saying this title run's been a little bit longer than it should have been.
What do you think they could do different to like get the fans into him? I mean, Roman Reigns has had the fucking title for Christ's sake 2 years. And
yeah, but that man fucking carries himself like a superstar. He looks like a superstar. He, backs it up in the ring.
He also only has 5-minute matches.
Yeah, but that man literally has built that himself into. He's in God mode, literally, God mode, because the way that man is walking around like a superstar, his confidence is at an all-time high.
I suppose.
I don't know, man. I just think with Hangman, either he has to have a heel run, or get rid of the title because it's getting very boring.
Either way, man, I am looking forward to this match like you wouldn't fucking believe.
I am too. Don't get me wrong. I love Hangman.
It's gonna be
I love his work in the ring.
I like Hangman too. He had a good matches with Kenny Omega. He beat Kenny Omega for the title.
It's just the title. It's the only thing. My only critique with Hangman is just the way that it's been being booked. His booking.
Yeah, but that's not totally like his fault. He's not the one booking his matches. It's his fault for the way that he carries himself. Just the way that he presents himself on TV. But as far as like the booking, you cannot put that against any performer, whether WWE, AEW, TNA, whatever.
TK.
Huh?
TK is at fault here.
Yeah.
For this. But now
TK
moving
does
forward,
more
since we've
things
been going
that are
on for
good
a little
than
bit
bad.
too long about this. So now we have the Britt Baker interview. What was your thoughts on it? Backstage. I'll keep this one short and sweet.
Very unmemorable.
Yeah, for me, my thoughts were, That's literally what I wrote on my notes.
To be honest, man, like I was just having so much fun like watching the show with you that I that's like the one segment I totally like spaced out and I didn't even pay attention to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really pay attention to it either because like after hearing them for the first few seconds, I was just like, it's the same thing that we've seen literally 5 weeks in a row now.
I like Britt Baker, don't get me wrong.
I love Britt Baker.
She had a phenomenal title run. But as far as like the backstage segments, especially with her, it's the same shit every week. Her talking
she's
about
just
whipping
lost in the
somebody's
shuffle
ass,
right
her
now.
saying that she's better than somebody. Like it's the same shit. You heard it last week. You hear it fucking.
And you see here the reason why she got so over back then, like before her awesome title run, is because she did segments.
Yeah.
It wasn't just boring interviews with Tony Schiavone.
I want to see.
Like there was legit segments that she did, and that's what got her over.
I know you're not that crazy about like backstage interviews and stuff like that. I would like to see more in-ring promos, like in front of the audience, to feel that.
I like in-ring promos. I love vignettes, backstage brawls, like actual backstage segments that don't involve a guy interviewing somebody.
Yeah.
It's okay to do it once or twice, but not friggin' 10 times.
Like, part of me understands why they have to do certain things, especially with backstage interviewers, because they have to, they have to hype up Rampage on Friday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And WWE, they have like the various different platforms. AEW only has like Twitter and Instagram. You know what I mean? So I do understand where they're coming from with that, but I do want to see like more like in-ring stuff, like in-ring promos or whatever, like you said, backstage
in the
brawls.
Crowd. Do some stuff in the crowd. Do some stuff in the parking lot. Do what the Attitude Era did back in the day. Take advantage of where you are doing stuff, because that's one thing with my old stuff with DITB1. If I was, filming competitions in a certain area, I usually would always take advantage of my surroundings. And that's something I feel like, WWE, they really need to do more often. And AEW does it a little bit more than WWE, but they should be doing it a lot more as well.
Yeah. But, man, I would like, Imagine Tony Schiavone interviewing somebody or whatever. They just arrive at the arena. They're getting out of the car. You know, they're interviewing
Exactly.
somebody.
Exactly.
They're trying
That's
to
what I'm
they're
talking
trying to
about.
set up a match or whatever. Somebody attacks them from behind, throws them into like the window of a fucking limousine or something like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For real, finally. Like, you just said, like, the words that I wanted to say.
Oh, I've always
Literally.
wanted that. Do I think Tony Khan is going to do it? Possibly.
No.
But there's also... The world is a different place than it was back in, like, 2001. You know what I mean? There's certain things you can do, certain things you can get away. I'm surprised he can get away with half the shit that he fucking does, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston mentioning a fucking, like... Not like being like, I'm going to shoot you, but, you know, heavily referencing it. That if you caught that, you were like, oh shit, man, this is going to be like street status. We're going to hear about a fucking murder tomorrow.
Yeah, so now moving on to our next match here, we had Tony Nese with Smart Mark versus Danhausen making his AEW in-ring debut. What was your thoughts?
Was it really a debut though? I enjoyed it.
Hey, bell ring. That counts as a record.
When in I think it was either December or January when Danhausen first debuted. To be honest, I think it was at Winter is Coming. It was at like one of the big events or whatever around December. I was like, I was waiting for it, man. Everybody was speculating there's supposed to be a big debut. And it happened. It was Danhausen coming out from underneath the ring, and at that time, I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" He's just
I loved it.
He's a fucking skinny guy with face paint. And then I finally did my research, man, and I became a Fanhausen, man, 100%. It was fucking phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of Danhausen, man. He's gonna be coming to the area. Me and you were gonna probably go see him. In a couple months.
Danhausen is cool, man.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's awesome to see Danhausen, you know, doing his thing, man. He's killing it.
But as far as this match, so we saw Danhausen come out. You know, he has the whole get up, the cape, and everything. You know,
I love the entrance song. I want to say that whoever's doing AEW entrance themes is pretty good. I
think his name is Ruckus. It's something like that. I can't remember his name.
He's good.
Offhand. But he's the one that in Adam Cole's song, it's all about the boom. He's the one that says that on Adam Cole's song. He does like all AEW's music. But as far as this match, man, we were sitting there wondering why Tony Nese didn't get an entrance, and even Smart Mark, hometown hero, Smart Mark, man. Hopefully we should send this review to him on fucking Instagram or something. There he is, man. Smart Mark Sterling.
I loved Smart Mark Sterling.
I love him in the role he's in. But he even played it off, man, because we were wondering. We were like, why didn't Tony Nese is fucking phenomenal? Why didn't he get an entrance? And I think you're the one that mentioned it to him. You mentioned it to me. You were like, bro, he didn't get an entrance. Because I was so enthralled with what Danhausen was doing, I didn't pay attention to it. And turns out that was part of the storyline, man.
I was so happy with this. I was very happy because I really did think that Danhausen was going to win because obviously they've been pushing him for months now with this whole, very nice, very evil character, which this character I think definitely has a lot of potential to go more than just wrestling itself, which is pretty awesome to see. And I love how over he is. Like, I think, he's a great addition to the AEW roster. He's very over with the crowd, and with the whole Hook and Danhausen thing, I really thought that Danhausen was going to, probably get like a nice little roll-up pin on Nese because, of course, Nese has been on TV, but he hasn't really done much yet. Exactly. And the thing is, when they announced the pairing of Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling, I was one of them that marked the fuck out. And maybe that's because I love Smart Mark Sterling because I go way back with the guy. But
hey, Donnie.
They have What's up?
Do you see me?
I do not see you.
I'm doing the Smart Mark. He puts his finger to his head, man.
That's right, Smart Mark Sterling.
But yeah, man. Like Tony Nese, everybody knows what the dude's capable of.
So now, As I was saying before, you interrupted me with your little Smart Mark Sterling friggin' celly over
Hey,
there.
I had to, man. It's Smart Mark, motherfucker.
That's right, motherfucker. I liked Smart Mark before anybody else liked him.
I
So
met him in a
fuck
dive
you.
bar in 2018, you bitch.
Yeah, and I fucking been a fan of that man since 2015, motherfucker. So, yeah,
I'm
when
gonna
it
throw
comes
you
to...
off a bridge just like John Cena did the Edge.
Damn, that's tough. But, yeah, yeah, I'll friggin' throw you friggin' like CM Punk did to Chavo Guerrero in the Gulf of Mexico, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Haha, I got you there, motherfucker.
At least let me bring my swim trunks.
You have swim trunks?
Of course, don't you?
No, I just wear basketball shorts.
That's because you can't find a pair that fit you.
Nah, I don't like the fishnet shit. It's fucking weird.
That's true.
But all right, we're
like
getting
wearing
way off topic.
We
So,
apologize for
wait-
that unprofessionalism.
Oh goodness, yes, we apologize. Anything can happen when you're going live, like me chanting AEW stuff at
But I
Raw,
feel
which you
like-
can check that vlog out afterwards.
But
I love the pairing of Tony Nese and Smart Mark.
yeah, but I feel like doing this, it lets our personality shine, and people might like it more. But yeah, man, I definitely like this match. The way it ended, I wasn't that crazy about it, and then we found out why. Would you like to explain it to the people that haven't seen it?
I love the ending there. Tony Nese, gets the upset, hits him with the knee quickly, 1, 2, 3. And I think that's great because Tony Nese is very elite in the ring. One of the cleanest wrestlers in the ring. He presents himself well in the ring. And it just wouldn't have made sense if Danhausen won or they, had a longer match. I really like how, there's a little bit of old school involved in this. And I really liked how Smart Mark brought up, oh, this guy didn't have an entrance. You probably thought that he wasn't going to win, da-da-da. And yeah, they tricked me. And I, usually pay attention to these little details.
And Donnie, best one, I gotta say. I gotta ask. Who came out to Danhausen's aid, man?
Fucking Hook. I loved it.
They've been building it up for weeks, man, and it finally happened. We thought Hook hated his guts, but it turned out to be a fluke. It was a work all along, Donnie.
Yep, and I'm very impressed with it because, Hook is so over with everybody, and I feel like it's so organic. Just like it's very similar to Goldberg. How, back in WCW when Goldberg, arrived in WCW, it was very organic. It was natural. They had Goldberg start from, the bottom, work his way up. And that's what they're doing with Hook, which I really like. They're not rushing it. They're keeping it nice and slow. And it's at a very good pace right now. And I think, the perfect opponent for him at Double or Nothing, Tony Nese.
I definitely agree with that.
This is going to be a great test.
And like I said, man, everybody knows what Tony Nese is capable of because he was in WWE. He had a great run with the Cruiserweight title back then.
The premier athlete.
But only people that have watched him on the Indies or Ring of Honor know what exactly Danhausen is capable of, man. So it's going to be a treat for him to be able to be on a big stage and showcase his abilities. And with Hook in his corner, dude.
I'm talking about Hook versus Tony Nese for Double or Nothing.
Oh.
Not Danhausen. Danhausen will be by Hook's side, and of course Smart Mark will be by, Tony Nese's side.
Hey man, we got some questions.
Oh, here we go. Let's fucking go. We Are Wrestling Maniacs are here after almost an hour. Woo!
Killjoy Clown Resident Evil. Yo. What's up? Question. What wrestler in the 2000s was or is your favorite wrestler?
Ooh, so we're talking early 2000s, like Attitude Era, or
you just said in the 2000s, so I would say probably like from 2000 to 2009, maybe.
All right, I got this one. Mine was easily got to be there's two people because around 2005, that's when I got into TNA wrestling.
Yep.
So I'm going to give you a WWE and a TNA wrestling. WWE, obviously, it was John freaking Cena. I was a kid. I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression. That's where like all my fond memories are from, is Ruthless Aggression, and I love John Cena so much as
Donnie
a
was a
kid.
member of Thugonomics.
That's right. I used to dress up as John Cena at all the wrestling shows and stuff that I would go to. And in TNA, it had to be AJ Styles, man. I loved AJ Styles in TNA.
For me,
Yours is Jeff Hardy.
one of my favorite wrestlers since '98 has always been like Jeff Hardy. I've always been a Hardy mark, man. And I mean, they have had legendary careers, legendary matches. I am not ashamed to say that whatsoever. But I also enjoyed Taker. I also enjoyed Triple H. I also enjoyed Shawn Michaels. I also enjoyed Austin. Dude, Austin's promos, man. He's one of the fucking best. You know,
Man, I feel like The Rock is one of the best, man, at that.
Bro, nothing was bigger than Austin when the what chance started happening.
Very
Austin
true.
was red fucking hot, man. So those are, just to name a few. I don't want to take up the entire episode, but those are some of my few favorites. But anyway, man, let's get that's the only question we got. Let's get back into the review.
Oh, I'm excited for this one. This, for me, was the highlight of the night. This was, for me, my favorite thing that I've seen in the last, month with AEW. The MJF and Wardlow contract signing.
Bro. MJF does it again in his hometown.
You gotta give it a round of applause. That was beautiful.
MJF does it again in his hometown, man. What can I say?
And I'm gonna say this right away, since we know we got some We Are Wrestling viewers in the house right now. Just want to say this: if MJF does not win the World Championship by 2024, you will see him in WWE. Okay, you can continue.
More than likely. So the whole thing started with Wardlow coming out. You know, he was not getting carried out, but getting escorted out by securities. He was obviously handcuffed because it goes along with the story. Smart Mark Sterling. Apparently, he's MJF's lawyer. He was in the ring. I did not know that. You don't really see them two on television too much together.
If you're an OG AEW fan, you do know that from the Make MJF World Championship campaign when he was feuding with Jon Moxley back in 2020.
I'm man enough to admit, man, I didn't start watching real AEW regularly until September. So
yeah, I respect that.
I'm still very new, man, but I feel like I'm very knowledgeable about the product. I'm very passionate about the product. But anyway, back to this. So you saw Wardlow get in the ring. He was getting booed by everybody, dude. The entire fucking Long Island was going absolutely crazy.
I love it. They cheer the heels and they boo the faces. It's awesome.
And then, well, we know why. Well, we know why he was getting booed. Anyway, after that, man, a vignette plays. You know, you say it every week, man. You're into vignettes. A vignette played, and it was in the making of like a Dark Side of the Ring episode. And at first, me and you were both like, "What the fuck?" Like, they're having a new season already? Like, what the fuck was this? And then I noticed that it was about the MJF and CM Punk dog collar match. And I was like, dude, don't they usually make this show for, like, classic episodes and classic situations that have happened in the business?
For real, that's what I was thinking, too.
And then it showed this old school wrestler guy. I can't remember his name. But it showed him doing a small interview. And it said, some Jewish wrestler. I was like, dude, this is a fucking work, man. MJF is working the fuck out of us right now. It was great, man.
Oh, I loved it. I loved this entire segment from start to finish. MJF is just so good.
Top heel in the business.
He was actually fist pumping fans, and he actually opened his arms up and let the fans hug him.
Bro, you don't
like
ever
it's
see
beautiful
that,
to see.
I mean, he makes fun of fucking handicapped people, okay? You don't ever see MJF being nice to anybody. But when it's in his hometown, Long Island,
the most magical place on the planet.
Bro, it was fucking
Long
phenomenal.
Island, New York.
Bro, me and you talked about it while we were watching it, man. We gotta obviously plan it out because I do believe that's quite a bit of ways to go. But I would love to go. Me, you, and we even got to drag Ben, man. We got to go to a Long Island AEW show because I feel like it'll be a very magical experience.
Such a magical experience. I would try to get front row for that.
Obviously, I have a
Honestly.
wife and kids. It's something that we can't just up and do. We gotta definitely
No,
plan it. But
I have an idea though.
what?
So why don't we try to do this, man? I think that this would get a lot of friggin' views if we did something like this.
What?
So like, you know how like people, they go to like games and like they go to like shows and stuff, and they try to do like, like the budget, like a budget experience versus an expensive experience.
You're gonna have to explain it a little bit more because I'm kind of lost.
Okay, so like some people, like they do these like type of things where like these type of videos where like somebody will like, like let's say you go, like one person goes to an NFL game and the other person will, stay at home and watch the football game. Or like, you go to a wrestling show or something, somebody gets, front row, but somebody gets general admission. And we, vlog our experiences and see what the difference is between the two.
I'd be definitely. Well, every week it's almost
Something
like I
different.
fucking. Every week it's almost like I vlog, man, because I do the watch alongs on my Danny Age Vlogs channel. So it
Yeah.
is almost like I'm fucking. The only difference is you would have to film your experience, or whatever, as opposed to
Hey
mine.
man, hey man, I'll send you some like examples of what I'm talking about and you'll see. I think
If
you'll really
you
like
if
it.
you would be down to do it, dude, I would have you call me and I would do a watch along of you recording the show on your phone. That way I didn't
uh,
have to listen to fucking Excalibur. I mean I don't mind him on commentary, but the dude needs
yeah,
to
so
fucking
so
go.
when it comes down to it, what I also really liked about this contract stipulation is like if you want to face the greatest of all time in MJF, you have to do stuff for him.
Yeah.
And I like how they're going to be doing the 10 lashes.
They
Even
also
said
mentioned
it
Cody
in
Rhodes. Can't forget that.
I even said it in the reaction and the watch along that I wanted to see the lashes because it made sense. Doesn't MJF want to hurt Wardlow?
Mm-hmm. It would have made
And then a steel cage match with Shawn Spears, which is very similar to the Cody Rhodes thing because
yeah.
Cody had to go inside a steel cage against Wardlow.
It's almost like we're reliving the fucking past, man. It's weird. And they did name drop Cody Rhodes, which is kind of hilarious. I wonder if he's gonna go on
It
social media and be
makes
like, "Hey, they mentioned me."
it made sense, which is what I really liked about it. MJF really knew how to work the crowd from start to
Bro, you know
finish.
it would be lit as
I
fuck.
loved it.
You know it would be lit as fuck.
Yes.
I don't think it's gonna do it because they're gonna be there. They're gonna be doing this whole thing next week. I don't know about the cage match, but I know the lashing is supposed to be next week. What if they did the lashing portion of this whole storyline in Wardlow's hometown?
That would be insane.
That would be nuts, man.
Yeah. So now, obviously, I missed some stuff on the show because I had to go do some things. So just give me a quick recap because right now it is getting pretty late. So I kind of want to, go through these.
You what part?
I came back on the stream with the Jericho Appreciation Society segment.
Yeah. So I think you're talking about the FTW title match.
Yeah, so there wasn't any segments or interviews before or after that I missed?
No, it went from commercial break to right to the FTW match, I believe. The
Okay.
FTW match, very standard match. There was a lot of grappling. There was obviously a lot of high flying maneuvers. Um, Jungle Boy almost got the upper hand a couple of times, and I thought Ricky Starks was gonna finally lose the title. And then I was like, and then somebody in my chat was like, yeah, they kind of the belt doesn't really mean anything. They made it specifically for Ricky Starks, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense because I was asking, I was like, well, what
Yeah.
does FTW stand for? Fuck the world? Like I wasn't sure, and so it made sense that he didn't
The
lose
whole
it.
FTW title thing doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, because it was defended at the very first Battle of the Belts, which I don't fucking understand because it doesn't have that much of an importance to it.
It's worse than the
Um,
24/7 title.
so they're they're fighting back and forth. Ricky Starks knocks Jungle Boy out. He slides out the ring, goes over to the wooden table, the folding table next to the ring and next to the barricade. Takes the FTW title. Here comes Strickland, man, because you know Strickland and Keith Lee, they've had issues with Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs over the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
And Strickland prevents him. I don't know if Ricky Starks was gonna like take the belt and utilize it, or if he was just gonna take the belt, be like, I'm done with this motherfucker. I'm done for the night. He didn't
Yep.
get that far. He took the belt, walked like 2 feet, he turned around. Strickland was there and told him to get back in the ring. And Ricky Starks, for whatever reason, fucking listened to him. And um, Jungle Boy did his signature move.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of it. I'm not that. I'm not that.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a Jungle Boy or Luchasaurus fan or anything like that. I think they're both talented. I just think they need to lose the tag titles. Anyway,
I agree.
so he pinned. After that, he pinned Ricky Starks. I counted, dude, and I counted slow, and I counted up to like 4 or 5. Uh, Strickland was trying to tell the referee, like, dude, like, look behind you, like he's pinned. Look behind you. And the referee that looked like a fucking methed out fucking version of Teddy Long, he fucking got out of the ring to tell fucking Strickland to go, 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 go. Obviously, by the time he got back in the ring, he counted up to 2. Ricky Starks kicked out, and then um, Jungle Boy got distracted by Strickland because he was, distracting the referee or whatever. The referee wasn't paying attention, and Ricky Starks ended up picking up the victory with, I think, a roll up. And then
Okay.
obviously we saw Powerhouse Hobbs after the match. Keith Lee came out because Keith Lee thought that Powerhouse Hobbs was going to try something funny with his partner. Uh, Christian and Luchasaurus came out to the ring. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure, but I think they're going to be setting up a 3-way dance for the tag titles. It's what it kind of seemed like because they were all like Keith Lee was going like this to like both teams. They were setting something up. I'm just not sure what.
Hey, we'll see what they do, man.
So, I mean, it was a okay match. It was a match that I could have saw on Rampage. Didn't necessarily need to be on Dynamite, but it was okay. I'm not gonna say it was bad because it wasn't. I don't feel like it fit in with the rest of the card. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, moving forward now, we had the Jericho Appreciation Society segment.
And we both have a lot to say about this, man.
Yep, which I'm going to try to keep mine short and sweet. So, with the Jericho Appreciation Society segment, my thoughts, I thought that was great. I liked how John Moxley came because obviously in the past he has a relationship with Eddie Kingston, so it only makes sense that John Moxley and the Blackpool Combat
I
Club
didn't know about
come
this
to
dude, but
Eddie. They come to Eddie Kingston's rescue and they stick up for him and they go after the Jericho Appreciation Society.
yeah, I didn't know about this. Sean Rossap did an interview earlier today with Eddie Kingston. It's like a 30-minute interview. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. He did talk about the fireball. Obviously, he didn't have anything on his face or whatever, so you could definitely tell what you saw on his face tonight on Dynamite was definitely a work.
Yeah.
Um, but he said that he's known Moxley since his CCW days, and that was like probably like
Yep.
4 or 5 years before WWE. So they have a long relationship with each other.
Oh
And
yeah, and AEW has rewind all that.
yeah,
They have shown us their past, and I like that a lot that they did that. And I think this whole Jericho thing. I think adding the Blackpool Combat Club to this, I think is going to make things pretty interesting. But now it's 6-5, so I wonder what's
they
going to happen
they
there.
might have to add somebody else, man. Either that or somebody from either Combat Club or Santana Ortiz. Yeah, obviously Eddie Kingston's not, but somebody is gonna have to sit out. Who that
Yeah.
could be, I have no idea. But we got Jericho talking shit about the people from Long Island, New York, because he brought up the fact that he was born in Manhasset, but obviously moved out of there because the place was such a dump, and he moved to Winnipeg. In reality, he did that because his dad was signed to fucking playing hockey. Um,
Yeah.
Jericho definitely knows how to get underneath your skin, but I am looking forward to, because you want to keep this short and sweet. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where they go with this.
Yeah.
Could I said this earlier? I was like, could Eddie Kingston possibly be joining the Combat Club? I mean, Wheeler Yuta, to be honest, dude, like before he joined them, Regal and everybody, like, I mean, he was with fucking Orange Cassidy. Nobody thought he was capable of fucking making an egg sandwich. Like now the dude's fucking whipping ass every single fucking week. Like you don't
Making
know
an egg
somebody's you
sandwich.
don't you don't know somebody's full potential until they get put in the right situation.
I love that take, man. An egg sandwich.
I
I'm
just
gonna have to be using that.
It's honest, dude. Like, did you think that Willie Yuta was capable of half the shit that he's done over the last couple of weeks?
Oh, absolutely not. I hated him with Best Friends.
I mean, like, you never know what somebody's capable of until you put them in the right situation. And I feel like Eddie
Yep,
Kingston,
you could definitely call me a bandwagon when it comes to Wheeler Yuta. I don't give a fuck.
dude. I'm
I'm on the bandwagon.
Does he have a name for his fan base? I'm a Wheeler. That's what I'm like. A Yuta. I don't know.
Yuta Nation, Yuta Nation.
Yuta Nation, stand up, man.
That's right. Okay, so now moving forward now to a nice little video package of Serena Deeb. What was your thoughts on that?
I had no idea she was a part of the what the fuck was it? I lost
Straight
my
Edge
train of
Society.
thought. Huh? Yeah, the Straight Edge Society back in WWE. I had no idea.
That's
aged,
crazy.
She's aged a lot in the last 12 years. I will say that.
She's so good.
I liked it, man. It showed her dominance. What she's gonna be doing now, I have no idea. Because again, for whatever reason, doing these watch-alongs, it's different when I'm just talking to myself. But when I'm having a discussion with somebody else, something important is on the screen. You know, you're kind of half in the bag a little bit.
I just want to say this. This is exactly why AEW, there's certain things that you need to do video packages for. Because so far, everything that they have done with Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb, with this nice little rivalry they have going for Double or Nothing, has been perfect.
I'm
very impressed with this video package. It really showed, her technical side of things, and it's, I think, just a great way. This is how you can get your women wrestlers over. It's simple. Video packages, vignettes. This is stuff that can get guys that you want to take that next level over, and that goes to every single wrestling promotion out there, WWE included.
Yep.
Video packages is the way that you can get a wrestler over. And maybe that's the old school in me that, speaks from that. I love it.
I feel like I'm probably going to give Ben a fucking heart attack for saying this.
Oh, no.
But I will say, when WWE gets it right, they fucking get it right. Their video packages are fucking done beautifully. Do I wish they did more? Yes. And do I wish they... took time to build up new talent? Yes. Do I think it's happening? Absolutely fucking not. And I have my reasons, and we'll get to that at some point. It is weird to think about.
So, for example, now, like Veer Mahan, my favorite freaking wrestler on the Raw roster.
He finally caught his fucking plane.
I think he would be a little bit more over right now if, instead of, putting the same vignettes over and over and over again that were half-assed, that we know WWE could do better with, they should have told a story for like 6 months building up to this big debut.
Yeah.
Like a real deep look at him. Because that would have gotten him instantly over. It's like back in the Attitude Era with Mick Foley. Remember when he did the Mankind stuff?
Bro.
What got him over? The stuff that he did with Jim Ross, telling his story.
Yep.
The origin behind the character. Like MJF did. I just think in general, like, that's like something that they really have, like, every wrestling promotion has to start doing more as video packages, because it makes such a huge difference.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It is hard to fathom the fact that Serena Deeb is the same chick that came over the top, over the barricade or whatever, and CM Punk shaved her fucking head. It's just weird to fucking grasp, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So now moving on to our second to last match of the night, we had Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm quarterfinals of the Owen Hart tournament.
Bro, this was actually a really good match. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I don't mind women's wrestling, but I'm not as enthusiastic about it as a lot of other people. You
I
know what I
love
mean?
women's wrestling, man.
I enjoy it for what it is, but it's not it's not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? It was good though, man. I'm a huge fan of Toni Storm. I'm starting to become a fan of Jamie Hayter. I feel like
She's good.
I feel like it would be a lot better if she wasn't bossed around a lot by Britt Baker. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that time will come. Their feud will happen. They're building it.
It needs to happen soon, man, because I feel like she could definitely. I feel like she could definitely be women's champion at some point and have it be believable. You know what I mean? You know how when certain people get titles put on them and you're just like, I don't really believe that this person's champion. Jamie
Yeah,
Hayter. I mean, she spent enough time with Britt Baker in that circle. She knows how to work her way around the ring. I could definitely see her being champion at some point, and
I
Toni
agree.
Storm as well, because obviously she was your pick to win the match, and it fucking happened on Rampage on Friday. I believe she pinned Britt Baker. She's on leaps and bounds, man. She keeps going up every single week. Some weeks they
And that's a
utilize
good
her, some
thing.
weeks they don't. But I love how even if they don't utilize certain performers, it makes it so you don't get burnt out from watching them every single week.
Yeah, like I think definitely when it comes like down to it, I think Jamie Hayter, she has lots of potential to be a great mid card female wrestler for their division. And Toni Storm, obviously, she's going to be a friggin' world champion
Yep.
at some point, but they just have to let her keep, slowly building her up. Let her start from scratch like she's doing. I think her, going through this tournament, I think is a great way to really solidify her as the top, women's wrestler in their division. And I am getting more like I'm loving how they're pushing their AEW women's division more and more and more every week. I'm very impressed with like the developments of a lot of these female wrestlers. Yes, they don't have that goat yet, but that'll come. But they do have a pretty solid roster.
Exactly. I mean,
It's getting better.
if they keep utilizing them properly, booking compelling stories.
It
You
went
know,
from it literally went from dog shit to now actually being very good.
I would kind of like. Now, don't shoot me for this because you might have a different opinion than me. But I would love for Britt Baker to sort of join the Undisputed Elite and having her and Adam Cole be like this power couple. You know what I mean? I feel like
I wouldn't shoot.
AEW
I
is
would. I
lacking
wouldn't
that a
shoot
little
that
bit.
at all.
Huh?
I wouldn't shoot that at all. But this is a great way to jump into the next thing. Speaking of power couples, Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti interrupt Kazarian in his interview going into Rampage on Friday against his buddy Scorpio Skies. What was your
Yeah.
thoughts on that?
Once again, once you see Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti, you've seen it all.
I love it.
He wants the TNT title back. Obviously, it's his number one goal right now. Frankie Kazarian is facing Scorpio Sky, because he was promised a title match if he was given the title or given the title shot to Scorpio Sky, because he was originally supposed to face Sammy Guevara that night. Um, it was okay. I mean, I watch Rampage every Friday, so I'm looking forward to the match. Do I think Frankie Kazarian is gonna win? No. It's just it's pretty they're making it obvious without being like, yes, Scorpio Sky is definitely gonna retain the title.
Whew.
What the fuck is up with you, man? You're waving
Heat,
around like you're trying to fly.
man, Heat 101, man. Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti. I just want them to freaking just be heels already fully. Because the heat that these two are getting, oh my god, it's getting hot in here.
I know, man.
I fucking love what they're doing with Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti, and I might be the only person, and I'm okay with that.
Bro, I don't know if you got it on video at the Blitzkrieg show what Ethan Page said. Did you? If not, we can talk about it.
Oh, I did, and that will be on. We'll definitely talk about that probably next week on the
I don't want
to
spoil it, man, but you guys are gonna want to. Hey, man, that's perfect promotion for your Blitzkrieg vlog that's coming out over the weekend, man. You guys are not gonna want to miss it.
Let's just say I was stirring the pot with Ethan Page.
Exactly.
Let's just say that. I got him actually going during.
You got to make a trailer for that video, and right before Ethan Page says it, you should just fucking have the screen go to black and be like, "Vlog will be out this day." That'd be lit.
Hey, maybe if I got the time to do that, but I actually enjoyed the whole Kazarian and Sammy Guevara thing. I really like the whole heel thing with Sammy right now because he's making it work. And he literally, even Tony Khan said, I think in one of his interviews, that he's never seen this type of heat before. So there is something in the air that, they really got to push the Sammy Guevara heel run fully.
It definitely needs time. To happen. They get so much heat. I thought they were heels. I had no idea they haven't turned yet because of Dan Lambert and everything going on between them, and Dan Lambert being like, I'm gonna give your girl the kind of pounding she wishes she could have, and all this stuff. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, Dan Lambert, I don't know how he has not gotten canceled with some of the stuff that he says. Maybe we'll have to make a compilation video at some point with Dan Lambert. Cancel culture.
Yeah. Cancel culture is not real with that one because that motherfucker has not been canceled yet.
I don't know how. But, yeah, now I think it's time to definitely talk about the main event because I only got, at least 5 more minutes. Oh my god. I'll leave fucking right now if you're going to be making those type of noises, man.
Dude, that's
good thing
how
I cannot see
feel this main event. You're telling me you didn't want to fucking splooge all over your computer screen watching that shit?
No.
You're not a true wrestling fan then, man.
That
was a fucking car wreck.
Yes, it was a car wreck, but I'm sorry this was not a 5-star match.
I didn't say it was a 5-star match. I said it was a fucking car wreck. And that's exactly what the fuck it was.
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually kind of disappointed in the main event.
Bro, you were freaking the fuck out more than me half the time.
Yes, the spots were great in the moment.
What I'm talking about.
In the moment. But now, it's been about an hour later since this match, and
don't listen to this guy, man. He's fucking changing his opinions after an hour.
Literally, no, because realistically now, thinking about it, I can't even think of all the fucking spots that they literally did.
Sammy Guevara jumping off a 30-foot ladder onto chairs.
They did the spots, and we're probably going to be forgetting about it from a month from now.
Yeah, I will. The thing is, I will. And
don't get me wrong. The spots were great.
I kind of said it in the watch.
I wanted some more wrestling involved.
I kind of said it in the watch along that we did. I do kind of feel like, and I kind of always thought it this way, there's certain things you don't need to do on television. You could have saved for a big pay-per-view match. But nonetheless, man, you couldn't help but to be like, oh my, I've never seen somebody jump off a 30-foot ladder and land on fucking chairs.
You see, that's fine, but, we're talking about the Owen Hart tournament. Tell me when Owen Hart did a front flip off a freaking 30-foot ladder on chairs.
Bro, it was
Tell me when Owen Hart has done a freaking swanton onto some stairs.
It was more than that, man. It's Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin. We know how fucking crazy Darby Allin can get.
Yes,
Jeff Hardy wanted to show this motherfucker, be like, hey, man, I was doing this shit when you were still in your mother, okay? You know what I mean? It's more than just a quarter. It was more than just the Owen Hart quarterfinal match, man. It was.
Yes.
Everybody's been waiting for this match, dude, since before Jeff came to the fucking company. Everybody was like, dude, I can't wait to see Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy.
Yes, I get that, Danny. I'm not saying
so
you're
what the
wrong
fuck are you
here.
saying, motherfucker?
What I'm trying to say is,
this dude is deaf, dumb, and blind.
They should have had this. Any other time, it would have worked. Not in the Owen Hart tournament. Tell me when we've seen Owen Hart jump off a ladder onto some chairs. Tell me what. I don't even think Owen Hart's wrestled a ladder match in his career.
This stuff I could say, man, but I would get us canceled.
No, seriously though, with Jeff and Darby Allin, yes, this is a match that we all were looking forward to. But I feel like in the Owen Hart tournament, it should be more technical wrestling. It should be wrestling, not friggin' stipulation matches.
Have we ever seen Jeff Hardy or Darby Allin, for that matter, be technically sound?
It doesn't. They don't have to be.
They should have been booked then. They
could do high-flying stuff. They don't have to do frickin' flips and frickin' backflips and frickin' monkey rolls.
But this
on
was
the
their first
ladder.
in-ring meeting, man. They had to go big. And they're going to go even bigger next time, I guarantee you. They've been building it up. Remember when fucking Darby Allin set up so Jeff Hardy could fucking jump off the fucking thing off the tables?
No. This is an Owen Hart tournament. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, and if that's the case, this match should
Why
have been
is there...
booked.
Why is there, like, they didn't even say that they were able to use weapons in this match.
I know. This match was
that's the problem.
This match,
you have to communicate the rules.
I agree with you.
The matches.
I agree with you. There was more to this. There was more to this match than the Owen Hart quarter.
Now
that was a stepping stone.
You'll get a kick out of this one, okay? You'll get a kick out of this.
Okay.
Now, if this tournament was a Sabu tournament or somebody from ECW like the Sandman, then by all means freaking jump off a freaking 30-foot ladder freaking onto some thumbtacks, tables, fire.
If it was Sabu,
wire,
you would have to jump off the Empire State Building.
But what I'm trying to say is it's Owen Hart. If it was Sabu or like New Jack or something like that, then by all means, then you can like do like stuff like that, death matches and stuff. But like I feel like this definitely should have just been a wrestling match.
I feel like if that's the case, this match shouldn't have been booked. Jeff Hardy should have lost last week, and somebody else should have been facing Darby Allin.
It should have been Bobby Fish versus Darby.
And then they could have had this Jeff Hardy. Dude, it was Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin's first match together.
I get that.
Exactly, but they
Owen
had no
Hart
choice.
tournament.
They had so much riding on this match and so many people to impress because everybody's been talking about this match finally happening, and it's happening. People knew what to expect.
I totally understand that.
So this match shouldn't have been booked. It should have been Bobby Fish or whoever against whoever.
I absolutely agree, man, because like if this wasn't an Owen Hart tournament, then I think my opinion would be totally different about it. Yes, I personally enjoyed the match. I did.
That's all that counts.
But now looking back at it now, I look fucking stupid because when it comes down to it, this is the Owen Hart tournament. Why are we doing freaking monkey flips off a fucking ladder onto some chairs? Why are we doing swanton bombs onto freaking steps?
I just told you why.
People are not going to be talking about this freaking for years.
Probably not.
Let's be honest.
Probably not, but it's going to get people talking.
They only did it for a whole shit.
Look at what me and you are doing now. It's getting us talking. That was the whole point of the fucking match. We're talking about it. It's getting people talking.
We talk about everything when it comes to wrestling because that's our job.
Everybody's gonna be like, bro, if this match was this crazy, I can't wait until they fucking have another match together. What are they gonna fucking do? Run each other over with fucking cars?
Hold on, I got something, okay? Because we definitely can go in a little bit more in depth with this on next week's talk show. Because here's what I have a homework assignment for you, Ben, if you're listening to this. And if you're not, I'm just gonna send you the text message of your homework assignment. You are going to watch Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy, and I want your honest opinion.
He said he was gonna watch the show tonight, but I don't know if he did. He never texted me.
He probably didn't. Let's be honest. You pissed him off earlier in their chat.
He's a WWE mark, man.
Don't worry, he'll be watching Friday Night SmackDown, though.
I will be, too, because I'll be streaming, which you guys will be able to find.
And I will not be watching.
Huh?
I will not be watching.
Of course, you don't watch wrestling on Fridays. I do
That's
recommend.
right.
I do recommend you start at least watching Rampage. It's only a fucking hour.
I usually watch Rampage Friday night before I go to bed.
That's
I just put on. I
least.
I just watch it not live.
Yeah, I would watch it. I mean, it's only a fucking hour. SmackDown, no, don't watch it. I would. The only reason I say it on my streams, open hardly. The only reason I watch SmackDown is because I'm streaming. If I was not streaming, dude, I didn't stream last night, and I did not watch NXT. I did not watch any clips from NXT. I do not know what happened last night on NXT. So, and I feel good about myself.
Well, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you. You deserve a cookie for that.
Well, bitch, drive over here and give me a fucking cookie then, because I succeeded.
All right, I think, I think overall, out of 10, I am going to say this is one of my favorite Dynamites, especially because of the MJF thing. I think he's really the greatest thing in AEW. I'm going to give this show an 8 out of 10. I was very impressed. Actually, no, I lied. I am going to give this show 8.5.
I'd probably do the same. It was a really solid show. I mean, we don't obviously agree on the last match, but I mean, it got us talking, and that was the whole point. I am even if you're not that enthusiastic about the match because it did take place in an Owen Hart qualifying match or a quarterfinal match.
All I know is I cannot wait.
I
cannot wait to hear Jim Cornette. I cannot wait.
You better send me the link when that comes out, man. You better.
I'm going to, because it's gonna be probably the funniest Jim Cornette reaction I've ever seen in my life.
We are going.
I already know he's gonna be pissed off.
We're gonna have to talk about it, or we're gonna have to either talk about it or do a reaction on the talk show. Like have it.
All I know is right now his hairline is receding every day, and it's going to be receding even more after.
So is mine.
No, but you don't even know his. He has Mount Rushmore on his forehead. Yo, he looks like Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Okay, man.
With his big ass forehead. God damn.
As far as this main event, like we both aren't gonna agree. I thought it was a really good match because I'm a fan of Jeff. I'm a fan of Darby. Even if take the whole Owen Hart thing out of it, it was a really good match. I'm really interested in seeing match number 2 with them because I mean, how more insane can they fucking get without puncturing a fucking lung or fucking breaking a leg or something like that? I told you this when the match was happening. Imagine if Jeff Hardy was 15. Oh God! Oh Jesus fucking Christ! All these spot monkeys are fucking making him fucking lose his hair, man.
It's receding more and more every week he watches Dynamite.
Yo, you gotta send me the link once that goes up, man. When does he usually post his stuff?
It'll probably be like 4 days probably. He's got one big forehead.
So Saturday or Sunday it should be up, man. You gotta send me the link because you pay attention.
I
to
got
that
you.
Shit
He's probably recording the podcast tomorrow, and then he'll air the clips on Saturday or Sunday.
But I am really interested in seeing what Jeff and Darby can do for match 2. It got me interested, without the whole Owen Hart shit. It got me interested because I'm a fan of both these guys. I give the show probably an 8. I enjoy the show every week, but everybody calls me a mark anyway. But I can't be like, oh, the show was a 10 because every week it'd be a 10. You know what I mean? Last week it was. Yeah. I think I said it's 6 or 7. This week it's
not every show is gonna be perfect. Let's be honest.
This show was definitely good though.
It was really good, better than a usual AEW show.
Every week they start to improve on things, and like I said, they've only been around 3 years. They're gonna make mistakes. They
didn't shove people in our faces this week, which is great.
Exactly. They must have watched our review last week and heard.
I'm telling you, TK be listening to me sometimes because even on Twitter I tweet things and I feel like he listens.
Bro,
so thank you, Tony Khan.
Yeah, thank you, Tony Khan.
Because you see here, the We Are Wrestling channel, we can definitely lead you into the right direction.
You should invite us over to your
Because
house
we know
for
what
a
the
barbecue.
fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, man, we're professional journalists.
Yeah, we are.
Oh man, this was a great night, man. I appreciate
Yeah, it was.
this.
It was a great night. But to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs, if you enjoyed this, smash that like button now. Let us know in the comment section below what your thoughts were on Dynamite. If you rewatched this, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. Links down in the description below. You can obviously go follow Danny over on, his reaction channel, and he does watch-alongs, usually Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and additional pay-per-views as well.
Yes,
Over
and
on
you
Danny
and Ben
H.
have been
Vlogs.
joining me, and it's been lovely.
Yes, that's right. You are not lonely. You have friends now, and that is us. Wonderful. Also, you can go you can also go check me out on my Instagram and, my channels as well. All the links are down below. And, of course, all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, the thousands of subscribers, we are taking over. Peace.